What's up? So how hard is it to make a Sonic game in Dreams Ps4, a platform game, your Hollow Knights, your freaking, your games, dog? How hard is it to do this? Well, with pre-programmed logic and other people's enemies would be the hardest thing to actually do. Everything else can be done just by finding it in the Dreamverse, and you won't have to mess with the logic too much, such as landscape logic, as you just saw. But pre-programmed logic for enemies can be a little bit trickier, Not too much trickier. You could just delete all the logic the person has created for it, and then thus make your own, and then it'll work off of your game a lot easier. But since it's something designed for something else that somebody else created, you might sort of have to mess with it a little bit in order for it to get to work in your game. But using the method of finding things in the Dreamverse, you can get things done a lot easier without a team if you wanted to search up music or anything like that for your Sonic or Hollow Knight or whatever you enjoy playing. I enjoy Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is dope. So here we are. Here's what I'm talking about with the pre-programmed logic, so watch this. So as you can see, I have a jump attack. The jump attack is functioning, but there is a error. And you'll also want to add effects whenever things die, and you'll want to tweak around the hitboxes for when things get hit. This right here is just a small stasis so you guys can see just how much you can get done in about 10 to 30 minutes in Dreams Ps4. The tweaking I usually do after I've created the game because it makes it a lot easier for me to kind of test it around. And you sort of want to test it around before you call something done. So as you can see, the hitboxes are working. But whenever my character gets destroyed, so does the dragon. And this is because of the fact that I cannot find what is doing that in the player or in the enemy microchip. This is one of the hard things about Dreams whenever I'm saying you gotta configure other people's logic to your own. If I could find that, it'd be a whole lot easier. But since I can, it'd be easier for me to just use a different enemy from the Dreamverse altogether. So whenever you encounter these kind of problems, or if your object gets taken off of Dreams for whatever reason, what I usually do is just delete the object and then find another one to replace it. In all honesty, let's see here. So it's really easy. Since that one didn't work for me, then I'll just find something else that will work for my game. Another thing to remember is to delete these die things right here. Delete these off your control sensor. Also, if there's anything plugged into here that makes your thing die, or if there's motion controls in here, you can also delete that also. This is all in your controller microchip, and the left stick is plugged into the walk, and that's what makes your character move. This is how easy it is to make a 2D game in Dreams Ps4. Turn this on, turn up the turn speed, and you might want to turn up the anticipated turn. You can read that and see what that does. I also turn off motion controls, and I also turn off auto look. And you can mess around with all this. So how was all this stuff being detected in the first place? Well, it was being detected with trigger zones. And also I want to say I think game over screens are outdated. You'll notice Meaty Molecule really didn't have one in their game. They more of fact did something like this. When the object is dead, object destroyed. So if your enemy is detected by a trigger zone, or your main character is detected by a trigger zone like this, that is from your enemy, and your enemy detects the player's label. The labels are found right here. So if your enemy has a trigger zone that detects friend, then the detection can be sent off to this destroyer microchip powering it on. This object destroyed thing can be plugged into an emitter that makes an effect whenever you're destroyed, and then plugged into a timer so there's a pause in between whenever the scene restarts with a global game setting gadget reset scene. Landscaping is really, really easy and fun in Dreams PS4. In fact, landscape logic, it always works. It's not like enemy logic. There might be a few tweaks, but not too many tweaks, and then you can like easily place things around as you see fit. And it's really easy to get a level done in Dreams PS4, as you can see. Just search something up, and then you can make your Sonic, Hollow Knight, whatever type game. I always say make type games or inspired games, because the remakes, demakes, fan games, whatever they're called, they could be taken down from the Dreamverse. So if you actually enjoy creating your stuff, I wouldn't create fan projects, because even my drawings might get taken down, and they're pretty good drawings. So here we are. I hope you guys enjoyed this small breakdown of a Sonic type game in Dreams PS4, a platformer type game. Enemies again are the hard. Whenever I say hardest, it's not hard. I just mean it's out of all this, it's hard to do. Whereas everything else could take like 5 minutes to do to 10 minutes. That could take you like 20 just getting one enemy. But then you can just clone the enemy after you get that. That's what I mean by it's difficult. It's just something that takes like 10 gadgets maybe instead of like 3. That's what I mean by difficult, and you can check out my tutorials for how to make enemies and whatnot, and everything else was thoroughly explained here for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this breakdown Sonic type games, breakdown platformers, whatnot. Peace out, enjoy your day, and if you're new to Dreams, check out my sculpt tutorials. If you want to learn how to make characters, check out my character playlist, my sculpt tutorial playlist, all on my channel playlist. Just click on my channel name, then go to my channel playlist, or just scroll down, see what you find once you hit my name. Peace out, peace out, peace out.